Hello and welcome to this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel,
Hi,
and our guests today are Brian Pasafume.
Hello.
And Katrina Swathwood may say something from time to time.
Yes, sometimes.
I'm not going to be my regular jovial self because I feel like dog shit and I haven't slept in 2 days. So
kind of smell like it too.
I just showered
Oh,
like an hour and a half ago. I mean, I had the dog shit scented
bar soap?
bar soap. Nobody uses bar. Do you use bar soap?
No, body wash.
Does anybody use bar soap anymore?
It's in my shower.
people-
I know one person that does.
Well, there's like that fancy bar soap that has the loofah built into it too, that you can get at like the fancy.
Old Spice
like
has that
fancy
now.
store. Me.
They have
Do they?
they have a little hand loofah that comes that you can use it like 30 times and it has
Really?
soap in it. I know.
Old Spice is really bad for your skin.
I use it all the time. I have terrible skin.
It
That's
is.
why.
Well, you put lotion on after every single time you shower. So
On my
like-
legs, I do.
I feel
No.
like that's the one I have.
Old Spice is.
Not 100% sure. I got them. Like I haven't bought body wash in so long, Jamie. Like every Christmas, I get a new one,
Yeah.
and I don't go through a whole bottle. Like I go through sparingly. You only need a dab, and
Yeah,
things
it's
are
not
like.
much. I
A
use a
little
lot,
dab will do you.
but no, I was getting really dry skin, and I went to the doctor, and they said that Old Spice and Irish Spring, which I love to use, are two of the worst things that you can use. It doesn't affect everybody, obviously, but I mean,
I think I'm naturally greasy, for one. I never. People use lotion. Like my hands get dry, my elbows get dry, my face. Never in my life.
things change once you turn 30.
I'm sure, but I think I leak oil.
I didn't have a lot of these problems until I got to that benchmark.
Perhaps, but there's some people who like swear. I mean, they have to use it.
Yeah, I'm starting to get to that point.
So I am completely off that boat. If I didn't see people using it, I wouldn't think it's a thing.
Like chapstick?
No, chapstick I use.
What do you use now then?
For what?
For-
Dove.
Dove.
Dove for ladies.
Yeah, it's better for you than Dove for men. No, Dove for men. I have a sensitive skin one. Yeah, and I have hypoallergenic laundry detergent and slipcases on my pillows, and I still can't sleep. But that's neither here nor there. This episode will be about Power Rangers, since everybody saw Power Rangers.
Big movie, biggest of the year,
Oh,
biggest. and
My
best.
benchmark from my barometer, I guess it would be for any time Brian's on the show, is going to be if it was better or worse than Batman versus Robin.
versus
fair.
Robin.
Batman versus Superman. Sorry,
The movie or the movie or the fight?
the movie, not the fight scene, just the movie in general.
Okay.
If it was better or worse, you like both these things. Was it better or worse than Batman versus Superman?
I would say I enjoyed it more.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
There were a couple times when the Zords popped out towards the end and the old theme song kicked in. I was
Favorite
jonesing
part of
pretty
the
hard,
movie.
man. That was pretty exciting. Sorry. It's the coffee.
Go Power Rangers. That moment, that the shot was like from the original like intro. My favorite part of the movie. That's stupid.
No, not at all. I'll say that I only watched the first Power Rangers series.
Me too.
I didn't
OG.
watch all the...
spin-offs?
It had multiple seasons though, right?
Yeah, it's at like 720 episodes now.
No, but that's...
When did the original did it have 1 or 2 seasons?
It went. So I cut it off once Jason becomes the Gold Ranger,
Okay.
and that's in
For
three.
one, I
season
remember
3.
Rita, and I remember some other badass guy telling her what to do.
That was Zed.
When did
Yes,
he
I remember
show up?
Zed.
Season
two.
2. Season 1,
Was
I
it?
think.
He was the red guy, right?
He was like purplish red.
Okay.
He had a crown and a
Yeah.
thing.
I remember that, but Time Warriors, Tyrannosaurus Warriors.
Okay, so Green Ranger,
yeah, I remember him.
White Ranger.
I feel like the green was always it. Was he never?
I never did Gold Ranger.
Like, did
Because I think Gold was after the movie.
I never made it to Gold.
Okay,
I saw Power Rangers live at Sports Arena though.
nice.
Yeah. But going into the movie, it does not have good reviews. I mean, it's at less than 50% on Rotten Tomatoes, higher than Batman versus Superman, and so it's got pretty not terrible reviews. I think it's at like a 47%.
Did you know Cranston was in it?
Yes, I did.
I didn't.
but I thought he was only going to be in the wall. I didn't think he was actually going to be a character like he was at the beginning.
That beginning I thought was really cool.
Yeah.
So when I realized it was him, I'm like, this is so cool. And it got not so cool for me really quick.
When it started, I'm like, I don't see why this movie is so bad. Like, I didn't understand, but the drop off for me was so fast.
I think once they got out of detention is when I thought it got a little slower. Like, I like it was like, although I don't think the car was going fast enough, but I like the one take cup chase in the beginning, where the camera was just spinning around, but it was one whole take. Although, like, the car should have flipped over for going 10 miles per hour and skidded along, but whatever. That's nitpick. But I like that shot. I like him going to detention and slapping the bully.
Yeah.
Well, then the tie-in at the end.
That's one reason why I like the slap even more. Because that's, a setup and a payoff.
Wait, what was happened at the
He
end?
slapped Rita.
And
yeah.
The Blue Ranger said, "Oh my God, you slapped her!" Oh, you guys weren't there, but it was a thing. And
The Blue Ranger was the best part of the whole movie.
Absolutely.
liked him a lot.
He was my favorite part.
Favorite character.
But
I'm surprised he wasn't going to be the Black Ranger too. Did that catch you off?
No, I think it would have been too obvious.
I thought they were going to stick to like the roots more. So when he wasn't, I'm like, oh, okay, that's cool. I don't mind that.
I don't like that every girl that ever cuts her hair with scissors on her own in any movie is like a perfect hairstylist.
It doesn't work that way.
No.
I'm not a fan of everybody going, oh, when she walks back in, like, I would not have noticed. I wouldn't give a shit.
You don't notice if you have two different shoes on, though.
No. But when a girl walks in and her hair is
an itty bitty waist.
As everybody stop what they're doing and gawk. I'm like,
I don't know.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, she might have been one of those popular girls in school. So if one of them makes this weird transformation, especially seeing his attention, I can see that.
I wouldn't have gave a shit.
She
She went bald. That's one thing.
Yeah.
But cutting like 8 inches off, still having an awesome haircut.
I did. Now that it's been a couple days since I saw it, and I saw it really late, I did not think it was a good movie. I thought it was totally cheesy. I didn't like the acting, other than a few parts here and there. The whole "it's my team now, you got to let me do my thing" to Bryan Cranston, and
That's what happened in the first episode of the show, though.
Yeah, but the show wasn't good either. Regardless of what we want to think, we liked it as kids. It
What
wasn't
rubbed you
good.
the
like
wrong
8
way?
years old.
Yeah, it's a cheesy show.
Is it acting or writing? It's getting you.
I think it was all of it. I don't think it was a very well written movie. I don't like it as much. I think Batman vs Superman was better. As my
This felt
Comparison?
like a very expensive like YouTuber movie. Like
it felt like a very expensive B movie. It did not seem like, and they're making what, 6 of these?
That's the plan.
And I mean, it's made enough money
No,
already,
they're
hasn't
all
it?
going to get made.
it was probably really cheap to make. For one.
Really? You think so?
Well, the actors
What's
aren't
cheap?
probably commanding a large
What,
salary.
No.
what could they have asked for? Yeah,
I'm sure Cranston and Banks were the 2 highest paid people in the,
and Bill Hader.
and Bill Hader, yeah. But the special effects towards the end. I mean, with Goldar and that battle. But to me, the whole thing was just solid cheese.
Except for the 2 main guys, Red and Blue, I thought everybody else was so like just
Kind of there.
cheesy-ish. And maybe their lines were especially like the Asian guy. Oh yeah, crazy girl, you go, and just as like I read as like nobody talks like this. This is like a screenwriter thinks like kids talk like, and like, nobody ever.
Things don't come naturally out of their mouths. Like,
Yeah.
what's her face in? It's one of the lines that always sticks out to me in every in Grandma's Boy, where she's like, "You got any more weed? I could really smoke a joint right now." And the line does not flow out of her mouth. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
When something it doesn't seem right. Yeah, like the crazy girl. It's like, So, I didn't have any real problems with the kids, but it maybe it was just more poorly written than it was poorly executed.
And I tried to give everybody a little bit of a sad story, like, oh yeah, my grandma's in the trailer right there, and like I don't want to hang out with her because I
This
feel
is
so
mom,
bad.
Corey.
Or whatever, my mom. Like, so you don't want to hang out with your mom because you feel bad that she might go away, but she's sick and you need to take care of her. So you're out here like sitting on the RV, like spying on people and all these shenanigans. Like I'm supposed to feel sorry for you. I feel like you're a bad person, actually.
I like that the black kid was on the spectrum. That was kind of neat right away that they kind of set him up to be autistic. and that the big guy came, the big football player came to his aid and stuff. But I really liked that kid a lot. I thought he was good in the movie. He was by far my favorite. I have no complaints really about him. He was
personality.
The personality fit to what they were trying to do, and he was comedic relief. It would have been crazy if they left him dead.
Yeah.
That would have been.
They wouldn't have done it.
No.
I didn't like the second act. Training. Like, we can't get our Zorg on. Or, what's the word?
Morphine.
They can't morph.
The morph grid. I don't know enough about the source material to know what the fuck the morph grid is and why it can bring somebody back to life.
And they all have to be connected and jeez.
I get the struggle, but just that whole, it was 20 minutes. I'm just like, it started okay, and now it's kind of, Sorry, did you not feel that at all?
No, I did.
You like the training montage?
I think that was the least favorite.
The middle?
Yeah.
The beginning, I'm okay with. I don't like the last 2/3 of the movie.
You didn't like the end of it? With
No,
the fight?
I thought it looked like it should have been on Saturday morning cartoons.
How was Rita? Did you like her, weird, when she went to the jewelry store, she had her scene?
When she was, eating the
I like
gold and
that.
stuff.
A
Yeah,
lot.
I don't have as many complaints about as Elizabeth Banks. She was okay. Nothing stood out in the whole movie except for the Blue Ranger to me.
I don't like the one guy. Was it Red Ranger's dad? I found a dead body. Here are the keys. I'm gonna go to sleep. Lock up when you're done. When you find
it happens all the time.
When you find a dead body, it's you gotta fill out some shit, dude. You just here are the keys. Lock up.
I also don't feel like he was old enough to be that guy's dad. He probably was.
Really?
But
he looked like he was late 30s, hipster dad.
He's probably
He's a dad in Outcast.
He is the dad in Outcast. He was also Pam's first guy in Office.
I just had to put my hand in my head.
He was also the jerk in Big Fish.
Yes, he was.
Yeah.
Died of a heart attack on the toilet.
Oh, when he's driving through town, I was like, "Son, I don't know where you're at, but I'm driving downtown right now. Hope you get this message." And then, of course, he's the one who gets his truck flipped over. I'm like, "Oh God, why can't people just stay away from a natural disaster from happening?"
You're more likely to get found if you stay in one place than if you're to move
what
around.
What is driving down the street going to I don't know. I do have a problem whenever there's a disaster movie. When people as soon as it ends, it's over. People come out and want to gawk, and they're like, they don't know if the danger's over. I want there to be a movie where people come out of the woodworks and start celebrating, and then for the big villain not to be dead and kill them all for being stupid. Would you go if there's something 80,000 foot tall monster rampage and you see it fall down and die? You're gonna walk. You go. Let's go
poke it.
Let's go find out what's up.
Double tap.
It's you stay the fuck away. You go the other way.
Yeah.
And then that Shield to the Fire. For one, it was a cameo moment, which is cool. Pink Ranger and Green Ranger. But then everybody takes out their cell phones and start. I'm like, I hate people.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, that's what people would do.
Nobody's pulling people out of burning cars. They're filming people dying in burning cars.
That's what everyone does. You see fights and they just record it instead.
I hate that in culture nowadays. That exists. It's I don't want to stop this. I want to watch it. In fact, I want to put it on the internet. And everybody has a phone for any fight or anything. And when they have it all at the end, recording the Power Rangers, I'm just like, oh, fuck, I hate people. That's the most realistic part of the movie, and I hate everybody.
Is there any reason that the other Rangers didn't have cameos? Do you know?
The Yellow Ranger's dead.
Yeah.
They were at the premiere.
I saw the Blue Ranger at the premiere.
Black Ranger was at the premiere. Tommy was at the premiere. Or Jason David Frank. The Red Ranger was there. I don't know why those two. My assuming is they're just the most popular out of the group. People in my theater clapped when they came on stage or on film or on theater.
Oh God!
You saw it opening night?
I don't remember when I saw it.
They clapped for the
No, I did. Yeah, I did. I was so happy. I was like, yeah.
That's too much. You don't clap when Stan Lee comes out, do you?
No, not anymore.
Not anymore.
The first time?
Probably the first time.
The next one won. Hey, Stan Lee.
Isn't he the hot dog stand card?
Yeah, on the beach.
When they got pushed into the lava pit thing at the end or whatever it was, and then they came out as all Zorded up, I was pretty excited about that.
I did. I enjoyed the Megazord. I liked the banter. I control the foot. I did not mind that.
I like the fact that they fell.
Yeah, I think that makes sense.
I'm okay with that.
I did not like. I liked Rita a lot as a villain, and her fight against them solo was cool. I did not like Goldar. Don't know.
It was clunky.
For one, like it's whenever you fight a monster, it basically can't be hurt. It's like just a golem, and the fact that she had to get inside of it to command it, she could have just stayed. Like she could have kept rebuilding it a million times. The Zorgs would have crapped out at one point in time.
What did you like? How she said, "Make my monster grow," like in the show?
I did not catch that.
No, yeah,
did.
she's like, "Make my monster grow," and then it came, and whatnot.
It's been decades since I've seen any sort of Power Ranger, so the fact alone I still recognized the pink and the green, I was excited. And I knew what Zorgs were, like the name. It all rang a bell.
What are you saying?
Zorg.
Zord.
It's with a D.
Oh, it's not Zorg?
No.
No.
Okay. See how much I know about the show?
No.
Or maybe
Did you see the first movie with Ivan Ooze?
No.
Oh,
No.
yeah.
Sorry.
Well, that was even past the original cast.
So the other cameos I missed? Or, like, sorry, Easter eggs?
So the Yellow Ranger, the crazy girl, when they morphed, she was wearing the yellow T-shirt that said 1973, which is the birth date of the original Yellow Ranger.
Okay.
Why do you know that?
Internet.
How long has it been out right now?
Probably 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
It's
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
2 weeks.
I'm sure there's several. That's the bigger one I remember.
It might not make enough money for it to.
6 is big. What? There was another. I might be thinking of a game series if they wanted to do 6 of them. But when was the last movie you heard automatically they were saying we're making 6?
A DC movie. We're gonna make all these movies. And
Fantastic Beasts.
Then it would. Yeah, Fantastic Beasts was a. It's a 5. It was a 1, and then it was a 3, and now I think it's a 5. And that was before it even, and that made money. This Power Rangers is at $64 million.
What's the budget?
$100 million.
Oh. Wow.
It's at 97 worldwide, so it's gonna make money,
Not enough.
But it has to hit it. Like it has to hit a certain benchmark for it to be like, okay, we're gonna make another one.
I think you put the Green Ranger in that, more people will go. He was the most popular by far. But, I mean, you look at, like, I watched Amazing Spider-Man yesterday, and I was watching it, and I was really bummed why we didn't get the third one.
Yeah, he hasn't seen any of them.
Oh, they're good.
I like the first one a lot.
I only saw the second one time, and so I should watch it again. But
That one was okay.
That. But then they were going to make a Sinister Six.
They overstretched.
Did you see the Venom casting?
I didn't know that they had casting for it already.
Apparently, they have cast Eddie Brock in the Venom movie.
As...
Do you know who?
Zac Efron.
Huh. I do not like...
Unless I am totally off base, and it was...
Was it on April
That's
1st?
probably-
I don't think it was.
If
Well,
that
really doesn't matter because
it-
they post things before April 1st now. So.
Yeah.
if that is a real casting, I do not hate Zach Efron.
I actually don't either. I've seen him in a couple things, and he hasn't been terrible. He was okay in that movie we watched with Josh Radnor,
Yeah.
where he was like the weirdo.
Yeah.
He was okay with that movie with Matthew Perry, where he's Matthew Perry. And he's in Baywatch.
What's the
coming
one?
up.
Neighbors?
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
Fucking love that movie. I've only seen the first.
I don't know what Fantastic Beasts went on to make, but it crossed an $800 million threshold. So I think at $800 million, you're getting a sequel.
Oh yeah, easy peasy.
Okay, so how did... Because I just saw that for the first time, like, a month ago. You all...
What, Fantastic Beasts? Did you like it?
Yeah. It wasn't, like...
It wasn't Harry Potter.
Okay.
But
Yeah, it was enjoyable, but
I
I found myself losing interest in and out of it.
I think
But I didn't see it in the theater either.
they're on the
so I
opposite side of the boat with you because big fans.
Yeah,
I'm-
really
I-
big fans. Like blinded because it's Batman type thing.
Yeah.
I don't think it was better than any of the Harry Potter movies, but I think it was an excellent jumping off point for a new story.
What were we comparing it to the other day? What was, on the way back from
Yeah, I said I liked it better than something because it is Harry Potter, and you were like,
if you took that out, it was like no.
Yeah.
But that's interesting.
yeah, that says April Fool's casting.
That's what I'm looking at now. I almost
Womp,
got
womp,
I almost got played off for a mixed fruit thing the other day too. That
I got caught in 2 April Fool's jokes this year.
What were they?
womp. George Takei.
George Takei saying he's running for office because it was the day before. I was like, that's not right. And then Knock Around Sunglasses talking about dropping the K off the front of their logo.
What do you think of Power Rangers, Katrina?
Well, I have no point of reference. My reference is Stefan running around being a Power Ranger because he thought he was one.
I remember having
Sounds
Power
like a
Ranger
cool kid.
masks, to be honest.
I don't know about that.
Cool kid.
I was not a fan.
from the get-go.
The beginning wasn't bad at all. That was okay.
Zordon caused the meteor that hit Earth. They killed all the dinosaurs and everything for 160 million years. Nice going, Zordon.
For reference, too, we went to the drive-in and we saw Beauty and the Beast before that, and that was way better than Power
Oh,
Rangers.
yeah. Way better.
But continue. So
Anyways,
you were feeling it for a second.
it was okay. It started off well. Dropped off very quickly after the car wreck in the beginning.
How did they get back from that?
Back from the car wreck?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean like they just appeared in their beds?
Is that something? Is that not a
I
Zordon
wasn't
thing?
referencing that one,
That's
but-
just.
The car accident happened at the very, very, very beginning.
Oh,
It was
you
like 5
didn't like it
minutes
after that?
Like when he screwed up and flipped his car.
After his buddy masturbated off the bull.
Yeah. So you didn't like the tension at all?
That was a very interesting. I did not know they were gonna talk about things like that.
That was the worst joke in the movie, or the most perverse joke in the movie.
I was like,
Because
this
after
is
that,
weird.
it was so PG.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think
they got their one shot to do something.
Well, no,
Yeah.
they said shit a couple times, I think, and maybe ass. I don't
That's
know.
not the
It wasn't.
worst. It was it was all very mundane, crudeness. But the train, how are you supposed to assume they made it back?
Yeah, I don't know. They never really. They just
Address
appeared in their
them.
They
bed.
all sleptwalked back to their own.
Bill Hader walked them.
Yeah, that's
picked 'em
what
up and
I'm
put
like-
him in bed.
I think they morphed over.
I don't know. That's just me. I was like, are they going to explain that?
I just remember that in the show they could get into like their group and like go back to the lair or whatever it was
They
called.
could, huh? They
Yeah.
did like a Star Trek.
Yeah.
I don't remember that.
Where they just beam into the Zordon's like room,
Yeah.
and they're like,
But
"All
not
right,
in-
Zordon," and then they flash away or whatever.
All right, Zordon. I like your
Yeah.
hand movement too.
I feel like they did something with their belt buckle. Didn't they? Did they hook something onto it or do
No,
something?
well when they morphed, they had their morpher and they would hold it out.
Is that what they did? And then like you fake horrible Nickelodeon CG, like the body became.
I feel like
No, they just like jumped into the frame all Power Ranger.
I feel like they could do a better job with a Captain Planet movie.
You
No.
think so?
Were putties supposed to be rocks in the show? Or
Putties
that's-
they were guys in they were
I
like,
remember they were just like.
and you punch them in the thing.
Didn't they make like weird noises too? Like,
Yeah.
So there were rocks in this, but I don't know if that was something that was supposed to be conveyed back in the.
it could have been. It's just
I'd
they
have to
didn't
watch it again. Well, no, because she had the two assistants and they would mold them. They like created them with clay.
So
and
yeah,
then
that
sent
makes
them
sense.
out. This movie just made me want to watch the first like 2 or 3 seasons of the show again.
In this one, she had like a limited power. She just tap her staff, and then all of a sudden, she has 800,000 little.
There's so many
Rocks.
good shows on now. I don't think anything would make me want to watch Power Rangers again.
I would.
I could be wrong, but wasn't the Power Rangers a Japanese, like, all the stock footage of, like, the ninjas fighting the golems, like, a Japanese thing, and then they shot it with American actors and used the two, like, they spliced them together?
Maybe.
Somebody on Facebook
I feel like I read that before.
that I'm friends with from the Comic-Con group was just talking about how all these Power Rangers and samurai shows came from being influenced over there, that were something about a Japanese company having rights to make Spider-Man stuff in Japan for a short period of time, and they lost the rights to it, so they developed these like samurai superhero type things that spawned into what eventually these. I don't know how accurate that is because I was hearing it secondhand. I've never seen it. Keep talking. I'll look it up actually.
Look up the origins of Power Rangers, see if it's really started from, like, Japanimation.
I think if you went into it as like not nostalgic, it was probably a letdown. I went into it just because I knew like it was going to kick back to the
Power
show.
Rangers is an American adaptation of the 1992 Japanese Super Sentai series, which began broadcasting as part of the Fox Kids block of the programming that aired in the Fox network. It lasted 3 seasons. But I saw somebody had somewhere.
Considering I got nostalgic from the Go-Go Power Rangers moment, I think that drove some of my like for the movie. I don't think it was a horrible movie because it was very on the no, like there's a setup, there's a training montage. You know, it's so classic. Like, oh, there's a failure, and then they fight the boss and they lose, and then they have to band together. You know, it's just by the numbers. And I don't think it was a horrible movie.
No, I didn't think it was bad. I didn't think it was great by any means, but I enjoyed it just because it was Power Rangers.
Yeah, I was hoping it would surprise me. I was hoping it would come out and.
So you like Power Rangers more than Batman? Not movies, just as in.
Just as, like I like Power Rangers
Yeah.
more than Batman. No, I
No.
do not have a Power Rangers tattoo, so I would say no.
Just real quick, I want to make mention of since I did see Beauty and the Beast at the same time. The guy that played Gaston, Luke Evans. Best part about that movie, man. Gaston was great in that movie.
It's PTSD.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. I was fine with everything else. Yeah, I actually liked the movie a lot. Emma Watson was fine. She wasn't. I don't think she was bad at all. I don't think she was amazing. She was pretty good. But all the other characters kind of outshined her a little bit. I liked Klein as her dad. Josh Gad was really good, and the guy that played Gaston was really good. And I liked the little spin that with each petal that fell, they became more like the object that they were turned into. This isn't a Beauty and the Beast thing. It's just that I happened to see him at the same time because we were at the drive-in. At the drive-in until like 12:45.
Which sounds like fun.
It was long. And the seats in your car aren't as comfortable as like if you go to like a nice theater.
Yeah, I did.
No, you did. Yeah, he was talking about reclining in your seat and falling asleep.
Nearly.
Where did you go?
It's in Chula Vista, one of the malls. They have seats that are just
That's what we did for Wick.
you pick
Yeah.
them when you buy the ticket and they're signed.
You mean like Sinopolis?
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Yeah.
I've never been.
He's
there.
never been
Some
to Sinopolis.
AMCs are doing that now.
Some AMCs.
But you can
and stuff.
recline.
Did you go by yourself?
Yeah. Well, you want to do it for the podcast, and Robert was going to drive in. I wasn't going to see Beauty and the Beast.
Why didn't you
back
just
to
go
back.
like Parkway?
Oh, because I was going alone, so I went to Coronado afterwards to catch Pokemon.
All right.
So I made a trip out of it.
Understandable.
Yeah.
You've never been to the movies alone?
Oh no, I go all the time. I go to see movies all the time by myself. I
Nah,
was just
I
wondering
think
why you
it's-
went down to Chula Vista.
Now
Oh.
you guys are both weird.
We'll go together.
I've
What's
been
wrong
like
with that?
I've been
Lots
like
of things.
I don't want to
four alone now. The first one was Inception. I remember thinking like, this is weird. I have nobody to talk about it with.
If I was in the movie theater, I'm looking at the person that's the fucking... Now, in the day and age we live in where somebody went to the movies by themselves and shot a bunch of people, I'm looking at the person that's fucking sitting in the movie theater by themselves thinking, what the fuck is this person doing at the movie theater by themselves?
I do feel like an ultra nerd going to see Power Rangers at 12:30 p.m. on a Friday by myself. Yeah, at least I need to take a kid with me. Can I borrow your kid for an hour?
No.
Parker would go with you in a heartbeat, and you know he would.
Like, I don't want to see it. He does. So, you know.
Parker wanted to see it, and he was so tired.
He fell asleep, yeah. He's like, can I see it when it comes out at the
Sure.
house? And I was like, yeah, I'll watch it again.
He never got to see them put on their suits.
No,
No.
he didn't make it that far.
No way.
He sat and watched all of Beauty and the Beast because he wanted to see it. And then he kind of watched the first like 15 minutes of Power Rangers and then fell asleep.
I have a minor movie like trope complaint. Whenever a main character puts on a helmet that obscures their face, they won't leave it on for an extended period of time, no matter how convenient it is to have that helmet on. So when the Power Rangers put on the helmets, like, oh cool, you can't see the faces now; they're protected. And then they immediately like,
Take it off and
you can see the faces. The rest of the movie, I'm like, oh, you pieces of shit! I want you guys to leave your helmets on.
I guess with the technology that we have, you could zoom in and see one of these people's faces while they're in one of the Zords.
Like Iron Man.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, you could
Like-
zoom. I mean, you
I
could.
thought you not inside the helmets.
No, not because their faces were. It was like just their face.
Yeah.
And I bet you, but maybe the glass on the vehicles is like one-way glass, so they could see out, but you can't see in.
Oh, when all the people are looking at them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of stupid. They can't see us, can they? Hello.
They're all talking
but we
to
can
each
see
other.
them through the glass.
That kind of glass does exist.
Yeah.
And
That
police
the
stations.
audience in the theater can see through, but not the people in the movie. Got it. That glass exists.
More and more with each trailer that I see when I go to the movies, I want to see Pirates of the Caribbean more.
It looks interesting. I still haven't seen 4.
This is the last one, right?
Yeah, it says the final story.
They have to say that, and then it'll carry on with the new kid.
Probably. I mean, that it's such a big money maker.
Yeah.
But if they made one without Jack Sparrow, I don't think it would make as much money.
It would make money.
Yeah.
Not as much money. It would make money.
They need to go back and make a decent Haunted Mansion movie, because that one with Eddie Murphy was so bad. And I want a good Haunted Mansion movie.
Make it scary.
What would the premise be?
It doesn't matter. I mean, they came out for nothing with the Pirates. Like, if you go to the Haunted Mansion, it has to do with there's the guy hanging himself, and there's like a little story that goes along with it that actually you can look into.
Do you want it to be a comedy or a scary movie?
I don't want it to be a comedy, but I don't want it to be a horror movie.
Like
Whereas
Casper.
I like the
Casper.
first movie, but like Pirates of the Caribbean, it has a little bit of edge to it. I mean, there's in the first one there's the fucking zombie pirates or skeleton pirates or whatever, and it's not exactly like a family-friendly movie, like for little kids.
So you want Haunted Mansion to be an adventure movie of sorts?
I don't know. I didn't come prepared to make my
Like,
pitch
choose
for the
your
fucking
adventure.
Haunted
I make
Mansion.
the argument. I remember not hating the Eddie Murphy.
It is
one.
fucking terrible.
I haven't seen it since it's out, but I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy. So it's kind of like
Yeah, he makes the best movies. He's made some of the worst movies of all time.
I've never seen Norbit.
Or Pluto Nash.
Never saw it.
Or, some of the...
Is that cherry picking that I've seen the movies that I wanted to see?
His career, but that movie came out when his career was on the downward trend.
Like I remember it was around Dr. Dolittle time because I remember liking that.
I've never seen one.
I like the first one.
They had like
I don't
two,
remember the
didn't they?
second one.
I like the first Nutty Professor.
That was a good movie.
Yeah. How many did they make of those?
2.
12.
12.
Are you
I feel
sure
like-
there wasn't 3?
I think it was only 2.
Which one he beat up Chappelle in? First one?
Shit.
That wasn't Chappelle.
Wasn't it Chappelle?
That was like Eddie Griffith. or
No,
something.
it was Dave Chappelle.
Was it?
Yeah.
on stage?
Yeah, when he was playing the
And
piano.
he
You know why I remember that? Is because his character was the same character that Chappelle played in Con Air. Like, he was really,
Pinball?
like... Yeah, he was really kind of, like, just weird. No,
Yeah.
that was him, yeah. Are you looking it up?
I'm going to look it up on Rotten Tomatoes to see what his worst movies are.
What else I like around that? Like Bowfinger, I really fucking love. So it's just I'm a big fan of Eddie Murphy.
I actually like
So, does-
Bowfinger a lot.
Yeah, I like it a really lot. I haven't seen Haunted Mansion since it came out, but I'm under the assumption that because Eddie Murphy was in it, it elevated it to be a movie I can tolerate.
Rotten Tomatoes.
I don't even know the plot, to be honest.
They moved. Was he a real estate agent that wanted to sell the house? It was something along those lines. And he moved his
and
family.
His wife was like a reincarnate of the owner's wife.
It's funny. None of this sounds familiar, so I'm
Really?
so.
It was so terrible.
It's funny that
That's what I remember.
I hold an opinion of the movie I don't remember as saying it wasn't that bad, right?
I was
Yeah.
so excited to see it too because I've always loved the Haunted Mansion ride, and Pirates of the Caribbean was really good. So I was like, oh, I bet you this is gonna be good. And it was just awful.
I feel like I watched it. Then when did the Steve Gutenberg Tower of Terror movie came out?
That was a made-for-TV movie.
Right,
though.
and I like that.
Yeah, that wasn't bad.
I never saw that.
Did you ever see a movie a long time ago? It was a Disney movie called The Boogedy Man.
No.
Mr. Boogedy is what it's called.
Is it called Mr. Boogedy?
And there's two of them, and nobody's
There's Bride of Boogedy,
yes,
and then
there's Mr.
Mr.
Boogedy and Bride of
Boogedy.
Boogedy, and nobody's ever said they've seen that movie before. I own both of them on VHS, and I love that.
Dude.
My dad used to play them all the
Haunted
time.
Mansion
He
has
got-
13%.
he got sucked up into a
Yeah, I
vacuum.
can
at
feel
the
it.
end. That was
and then the clown it popped out. Dad sold jokes.
that movie was a trip. I remember it, like when the house started freaking out and the hallway got really long. I was like
There was
6.
green footsteps on the wall. Like, Dad, look, a ghost walked. And he's like, these are the best
Who was
guys.
the kid?
I could sell these.
There
at
was
the
a
store."
kid that was he was
Bud Bundy.
Was it him? Okay.
Yeah,
and
and
then the dad was
The guy who slit his wrist in It. He was the dad and
Never seen
License
It.
to Drive.
You never seen it?
no.
Really?
I checked
I
my.
haven't either.
You know the dad from
I-
have you seen
I-
License to Drive?
Maybe I'll
or
make
It?
that
The guy
your
who cut his
movie,
wrist?
and then
I
you
can't
can just get it
remember.
out of the way.
What else has he been in? Shit. He was like playing the 80s a lot.
Yeah, he's around.
I like Vampire in Brooklyn.
The little kid in Mr. Boogie, his name was Corey. I remember that. And
What
it
about
was-
Coming to
Or
America?
Ori or something.
That's good.
Trading Places.
Trading Places is
Love
good.
it. Love it.
He's got a lot of good movies, but I mean, he's got equally...
Horrible.
Oh, I don't
movies.
think I can't think of anything now in the last decade probably is.
Has he done
Shrek.
anything in the last?
I mean,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
you can
Solid.
go to Shrek movies, but like when I'm looking at it, it's like
There was one.
Daddy
No,
Daycare.
there was one recently
Never saw
where
it.
he was in a drama and he did really good. It's
Yeah,
it
he
should
was
be
a
on
chef or something, right?
There. It was.
I seen a trailer for it.
I don't remember the name of it.
So when you
though.
go, it's Mr. Church,
That's probably the chef one.
15% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Beverly Hills Cop.
1,000 Words, 0% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Oh.
Tower Heist, 67%. Shrek Forever After, 58%. Imagine That, 40%. Meet Dave, 20%. Shrek to Third, 41%. Norbit, 9%. Dreamgirls, 78%. So that's
Dreamgirls. That was the one that he was in.
Haunted Mansion, 13%. Daddy Daycare, 27%. I Spy, 15%. Adventures of Pluto Nash, 5%.
I remember I Spy. That was like an Owen Wilson movie. I did not dislike that either.
Nutty Professor 2, 26%. Bowfinger, 81%. That's
Oh yeah, solid.
good. I like Bowfinger.
The PJs.
Yeah, though.
I remember that.
That was a great show.
Where he was the soup.
Yeah, he was the soup. What up, soup? That's a show I could rewatch
I
on
remember
Netflix if they put it
Vampire
on.
Hunter in Brooklyn has a 10% on Rotten Tomatoes, and I love that movie as a kid.
I never saw it.
It's so
I
terrible.
never seen like Harlem Nights. Or
He's a vampire. in Brooklyn.
You see Golden Child?
No.
I love that movie.
There was a bunch. He was the voice. Remember, he was the voice of the dragon in Mulan.
Yeah.
Life. Have you seen Life with him and Martin Lawrence?
somebody made
That's a great movie.
It's kind of depressing.
Yeah.
Like, it's supposed to be a comedy. It's not supposed to be feel bad. Yeah, somebody at work made me watch it.
I really like that one.
Who's Tywin Lannister? He was the villain in Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Last Action Hero.
It's around like the same time he was the villain in Golden Child, and he's just as like badass.
I killed somebody and I did it on purpose.
That's what he said. And
When he comes to New York, he's like, I killed somebody and I did it on purpose.
And nobody arrested me
Yeah.
or something. Yeah, I remember him like celebrating.
I love that movie, and I know
That's
that's
a really good movie.
I know that's a well, no, it's not.
What's he gonna get?
On Rotten Tomatoes, it's less than 40%. I would
I
say.
think so. God, I like that movie. Made fun of so much like of action movies.
I guess it was supposed to be a lot edgier.
Like the parody is so on point. I thought, like the self parody. But what are you gonna knock it for? Like the actor's too cheesy. Like that's a point in a way, you know?
Kind of. Last Action Hero, 37%.
Oh.
That makes me sad, kind of, because
Whatever happened to that kid?
Google it. He's probably dead in a ditch.
He was in another movie, wasn't he?
Maybe
They usually are.
Age.
If
Like,
actors.
as like a child actor, he's probably in something else.
Did you watch the trailer for the new It?
Yeah.
It looks awesome.
Yeah, I need to. I'm looking at how much it costs on Amazon. I
But
think you can
wait,
rent it on
But
Amazon.
you just said you
Video.
didn't see the original yet.
I haven't. That's
I
what
was
I'm
talking
looking
about
at.
looking at it, and
No, it did.
It's-
the
but it's
end
like-
when he's
it's-
shaking through the water.
but it's a made for TV. Isn't that
It
one
is,
was a made
yes.
for TV? So isn't it like 6 hours or 8 hours or something? Or was that the Stand?
I think it's closer to 4.
The Stand was like 12 hours.
Yeah, it was one of the scariest movies when I was a kid. And I wasn't afraid of clowns. It's just Tim Curry. Tim Curry can do that
Yeah.
to a movie.
Well, this had a lot of people in it. Danny Madigan. That was him, right?
What are we pulling up?
Oh, dude, Ian McKellen was death. I didn't
Yeah.
even, I didn't even think
Now
about
you
that.
say it.
Yeah. I'm looking at, no, Danny Madigan was the main character.
Sounds right. Denny.
Oh, that was the kid from My Girl 2? My Girl 2.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah, you're right. When Anna Klumsky moved. That was a sad movie. First one.
I've never seen it.
Oh.
You know what? I have, but I haven't. It's one of those movies that I've seen collectively. You know what I mean? Where you watch like, oh, I saw the first half, and then later on the road, you watch the
Years
second
later.
half. I've never sat and watched the whole thing.
It's sad.
I don't care about kids dying.
I would disagree with that.
I'm the exact opposite of that now. I'm like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like, you know how most people are like, the dog died. Yeah. This isn't going to be a very long episode.
No. I can talk about something I thought was interesting news.
Okay.
Well, just, you probably heard of the crime. The kid who shot 3 home intruders.
No.
Heard about the man that shot 3 home intruders.
I think he was if he wasn't a teenager, he was young 20s.
That's a man.
That would be an adult.
I listened to the phone, but I didn't sound like a man on the phone with the cops. But
It's like, I just shot 3 people.
more or less, 3 people clad in black and ski masks broke into a house, and they did not realize either somebody was home or that the son was home of whoever lived there, which is why I thought it was maybe a teenager, because he kept saying the son of whoever
Okay.
had an AR-15, and he shot the home intruders and then called the police. So the way it ended up, he called the cops. He said, I shot 3 home intruders. 2 are shot. 1 went out the back door and ran away. And I think 1 made pretty bad. You may have to get on an ambulance. I'm barricaded inside my room, and the cops come. So turns out, 1's dead on the driveway, and 2 are, I think 1's dead in the house and 1 died later.
So you killed all 3 of them?
Yeah. Teenagers 17, 16, and 15.
Oh.
And people are upset that he used lethal force.
Was somebody
Okay.
was breaking into the home.
Okay.
So I
One
want
of
to get your opinion. So
one of them
Were
died in
they
the driveway?
armed?
Why did this come up?
What? I read it right before I left, and I thought that might be interesting to talk about morally, because it gets weirder too.
Okay. It gets weirder after this? Okay.
There's one other twist. that I'll
Okay.
put.
So one of the people died in the house? Or 2 of the people died in the house?
2 were shot, never left the house. If they left an ambulance and they were pronounced dead.
You broke into the house. If you broke, I don't...
All 3 made it inside the house and were shot there.
Were
and
they
then
armed?
One made it out of the house and succumbed to.
No, if you're in somebody's house and you broke into somebody's house, no, you can get. I know it's tough because in California it's equal force, but you don't know if somebody else has a gun. You know what I mean?
That's why I'm asking. Were they armed?
Would it
Or
matter?
can I not know yet?
Would it matter?
I think if somebody's breaking
If it's three of them with each have a bat, no,
No.
because you're outnumbered.
If they busted through the back door apparently, so if somebody busted through your window right now,
I'd fucking kill someone. My kids are in this house.
without judgment,
yeah, there would be no
hesitation
question.
on that.
There's no hesitation. My kids are in this house. My family's in this house. I'm going to do whatever it takes.
If you lived
to keep-
alone, same deal.
I'd probably run.
Okay, so you think
I'd probably get as far away from the situation as I could and call the police.
one of the parents of the slain people were maybe wants to make a civil suit, saying
They're not going to win. I mean,
stranger things have happened.
That's true. They shouldn't win.
So you're 100% in favor of the defender house.
I don't think there's enough information.
I'm very, I'm not a big gun person.
What information would you need to make it legal? So, say he didn't see any weapons. Should he have started
Are we still
shooting?
waiting for the extra twist?
Yeah.
Yes, we are. He's withholding information.
I just want to see how what Katrina says.
It
Right.
depends on the whole situation. That's why
If you have
you're
3 people,
leading.
What's the gray area for you?
Did they have any weapons? What was their intention? Was there a reason why they were breaking in there?
but do you have to say, "Oh, hey, do you have a weapon? Okay, now I
no,
can shoot you."
and I understand that because I'm the same thing. Someone's coming through the back door. I'm going to kill him.
Yeah.
That's just going to happen.
So one way, if they're not armed, that really sucks. If they were armed, I'm vindicated.
Right.
But but there's no way for you to know that they're
So
armed.
the risk is if you're wrong, your family's dead, theoretically.
The thing in that situation
Worst
is
case scenario.
Yeah, if you judge it wrong and well, I don't think they have a gun. I don't see one. Bang bang. Now I'm going to kill
Well, we
you.
don't have a gun.
Statistically, nobody knows that.
What would
Statistically,
you run and grab right now?
statistically, you're more likely to shoot your own family member in a situation like that than
Right.
actually take down an intruder.
Right. But in this case, 3 intruders went down.
Okay, so what's the twist?
So one had a knife and one had brass knuckles for one.
Okay.
Whether they're visible, so they had weapons. They just wanted to loot. The twist was, this is what I don't agree with this. There was a girl who was the getaway driver, another teenager, who drove off at the first sound of gunfire, and she is being charged with 3 counts of first-degree murder.
That's a
That's a stretch.
that's a stretch.
Where is this?
If it is a
Where
law
is this?
that if you're an accessory to a murder, you're like the getaway driver, and the person who does the murder, plans to use you as your getaway, you are charged with the same charge.
But they weren't planning to murder.
No, but because 3 murders happened while she was going to be the getaway driver, the house they
But
broke
that
into.
wasn't
Where did
the
this
intention.
occur?
Yeah,
Oklahoma.
of course.
Oh.
So
That puts us
We,
backwards.
being where you live and where we're from, the rules are much stricter on a lot of things. So it's
but legitimately, these
It
charges.
depends on how their laws are written.
yeah,
This is what the prosecutors
that's a
want.
stretch.
And I am.
They're
I'm-
trying to use that to diffuse a situation between the guy who shot them. We're going to let this go away with her if you don't sue this guy.
I also don't know what the stand your ground rules are
Right.
in Oklahoma.
If there are
like
any.
Florida, there's just a stand your ground. It doesn't have to be equal force.
I heard about the story the other day from YouTube, and today, or it was yesterday, it was posted that no charges will be filed against the son.
It would be hard to when he doesn't know that all he knows is 3 people are broken into his house.
Yep.
You have guns are legal here for you to protect yourself. I mean, like I said, an AR-15 is a little overboard.
There are a lot of people, I think, on the left, and I thought you were far left.
I am far left, but I also believe that I don't believe that AR-15s should be out there. If you have a shotgun in your house, you're much more likely to protect yourself because
I think people argue that this is excessive, and 3 people would be dead if he didn't have an AR-15.
I don't
And-
don't believe that AR-15s are necessary.
And the same thing that he shouldn't have shot to kill, fired multiple rounds.
You're not going to know.
You're taught to shoot to kill. I mean,
He's not taught.
what? So he just grabbed it and
Shoot to
started
hurt?
spraying.
Yeah, I
No,
mean,
he had a single fire.
Every person.
So it's like bang, 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 bang,
so it's
bang.
a semi-automatic.
But this was just okay. We were just
On
talking
the
about
fly.
this girl that got ran over who was firing at the police.
Yeah.
You even at a gun range you're being taught to shoot at the biggest mass. You're not being shot to shoot at a knee or shoot at an arm or shoot at a.
I'm fine with this thing. I think if you plan to burglarize, be prepared. Like
To
your
accept
life
the
is on the
repercussions,
line.
yeah.
Like worst case scenario, you can legally be killed. Yeah, like, that's not my problem. But people do have a problem with it, and they would like charges to be brought up or a civil suit.
You need to get to the root of the problem and decide that AR-15s aren't necessary. They're just not necessary. He would have been just as protected with a shotgun.
If you look at it through the lens of you're the dad of the 15-year-old who had no weapons or was tagging along with his friends, you know what they would be doing, and he ended up with like five holes in his chest.
They also brought brass knuckles and a knife. Would they have beaten the shit out of anybody that
Say that was the two older boys or whatever. If you're
sucks.
the dad of the 15-year-old, does that make it like, well, I guess my son shouldn't have done that, so I'm morally,
It sucks. I mean, it's because fucking teenagers make stupid ass decisions.
Yeah.
Stupid ass decisions.
100%.
I made some stupid ass decisions when I was a teenager. I'm lucky I didn't break into anybody's house or anything. But I mean, I'm surprised I didn't get the shit beat out of me more.
Yeah.
But it sucks that anybody died. But I can understand somebody saying that an AR-15 is excessive. I agree with that 100%. But I agree with being able to, if somebody breaks into your house, you need to be able to take the proper.
What do you find the difference between AR-15 and like a handgun with like an extended magazine? They're both single shot. One's just for longer distance, but in a house, it's the same difference.
Well, what rounds is that? That thing was the AR.
It's like
firing.
20. I'm sure. I don't think mags are supposed to be very big. I think.
Well, I mean, you can't in California, but other places you can have
maybe Oklahoma
higher
has 30.
magazines.
But I'm sure a pistol could have 15 bullets. I'm sure it's pretty comparable if you shoot at.
I'm not a guy that goes to the gun range and trains on firing and stuff. If I was going to have a weapon to protect in my house, it'd be a shotgun because I can point and click and it's going to spray and somebody's going to be like, oh shit, I need to get out of here. You could still kill somebody, but I mean, especially if you're close to somebody with a shotgun and you're going to shoot them. But if you're further away, it's not going to be as.
I would want something like a small handgun. Because if you're in a shotgun, you're shooting in your like it's just big and clumsy for me. And like a pistol is light and easy and.
Yeah, but people aren't like. You're a bad shot. Hopefully, you would think if you fired at somebody, they would just run away.
If you fire a warning shot, you assume people get the fuck out of there, unless you have hitmen on you.
Although
if you have a regular house, or like a regular person wanting to loot your house,
I wonder if at any point he was in the other room. He says, "I have a weapon. I'm going to use it. You guys need to get out of here."
No idea how that went down.
Because as me, no, I would just take somebody out. I mean, if they were breaking into my house with my kids. If I was by myself, I might be like, hey, I have a gun in here. I'm going to shoot you guys. Get the fuck out of my house.
Yeah, I don't know whether his son was alone or one of his parents were in the house. But the problem I had was the charges of murder.
Against the getaway driver?
Yeah.
There's charges to be made against her, but 3 counts of murder? That seems like a stretch.
Anything, I even think like accessory to murder is odd because it's like she was on the other side of it.
Right, there was no premeditation.
If anything, she's accessory to burglary, right?
Right.
But because 3 people got killed and she was part of the shenanigans, she gets.
You would figure
chances are she's going to get convicted and face life.
You got to figure if
and that's fucked up. She's
if the person in her car killed 3 people in the house.
That's why the law was so you.
But they're reversing it.
Yeah. Which, like, at what point in time does that become weird? Like, the wrong person gets killed because it wasn't on the right team. Her guys got killed. But should the same charges be levied against her? It's kind of weird, right? But so she gets the 3 first-degree murders.
Have you ever seen the stories where, like, somebody's breaking in the house and, like, a dad kills his son? Or I saw one where...
There was one with an older man killed his wife.
Oscar Pistorius killed his girlfriend. There was... I want to say it was a kid was breaking into his neighbor's house. And the neighbor called her neighbor because they knew that he had a gun. And he sees the person breaking into her house, and she shoots him. And I think it was his son trying to... Yeah, he was maybe drunk or something. He was trying to get back into his house. And he killed his own son. Oh, my God. That's just...
And no charges?
I don't think so. But I don't know the specifics on that story. I read it quite a while ago.
No, your kid dies, but you did it. And I don't think they're going to charge him.
So
You'd probably fucking take yourself out in that situation. Could you live with yourself knowing that you shot and killed your own son?
How many kids do you have? 1.
12.
I'm not a parent, so I can't. I can't say that for sure.
Let me see about.
If you have 2 kids, I mean, that's a hard.
You got to stay alive for the other one.
Anyway.
It's a very interesting thing to bring up, Corey.
Yeah, I'm all for that. The girl who should be probably traumatized, the 3 of her friends were just killed, should not probably have any charges brought up against her at all, if any.
No, she should be charged with accessory to burglary or whatever, but
She
not.
have a record.
Like, should she be in life in prison?
No.
For driving 3 friends to
No.
a stranger's house?
No.
Like, people...
She need to face the repercussions of the
People are
decision
still
she
a
did
rapist.
Yeah.
The rapist college student who got out in a month.
Yeah.
He's going to do 150 times less sentence than a girl who drove a car.
Now, if somebody would have died, she should have been accessory to murder. If her friends would have killed somebody, and she
Yes.
should be charged with burglary or whatever, but she should not be charged with 3 first-degree murder. She didn't plan on murdering her 3 friends.
No.
That's terrible.
I want to...
What if that was the twist? That she knew the kid that shot the 3 friends and set them up.
Took them to their death.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. Then there's premeditated murder in that.
And that would stand as
Yeah.
they're trying to charge it.
Yeah. Did you see, speaking of break-ins, Don't Breathe?
No, but I wanted to.
Which one's that?
Great movie.
Really? It's with Cable.
Jane Levy.
It's with the guy from Avatar, the bad guy, and he was
Stephen Lang.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Stephen Lang, and he
Do
was
I know what
blind,
movie
and
this
people
is?
broke into his house.
Oh.
Oh, that movie was a trip.
Was it an in-theater movie?
Yep.
Oh, Doesn't ring a bell.
Uh,
Good movie, though?
Yeah. It
Does-
was made.
does he
you,
kill some
you
house
two
intruders?
didn't see the remake of The Evil Dead, did you?
I never did.
No. It was made by the same people that did that.
What was it, disgustingly gory?
Yeah, that one. But they. Oh, was this one?
No.
No. Suspenseful.
Did
And
he get the home intruders good?
I'm not going to say anything.
He's
Yeah,
not
I actually
really
want to
real.
see it, so.
It was good. It was really good.
We need to end, though,
That's
so I can
like
go
that.
to sleep.
Yeah, right.
I know. I haven't slept in
How many days now?
a couple.
Good for your stomach.
Power Rangers.
No, I just, yeah,
Power
Power
Rangers.
Rangers. It was so over-the-top excitement that it's kept me up for the last 2 days.
I didn't like the wall face.
Oh, come on.
Zordon?
Who gives
Yeah.
a shit? It's just, it's...
I didn't like the special effect. Is that a nitpick? It's like...
I guess I like that. I didn't think it was
What is there not to like, though? What is there to criticize about the wall?
I
He was
remember-
kind of an asshole.
I remember how old Zordon looked in a beam of light, and I would like that better, I think, than a wall that, like, it goes like 360 degrees just to yell at you, like Blue Ranger here. Stop talking. I'm talking now. I'm the one who knocks.
I'm the one that knocks.
Or them glancing over photography on that phone thing.
What thing?
Oh, a girl on her phone in the picture.
Oh yeah, she has beef.
With what?
What happened?
So the main chick took a photo of her friend. They
Yeah.
don't show the photo,
Yeah.
and they kind of allude to what it would be about.
Yeah.
So she breaks her phone, but she still magically has the picture so she can still show it. But she feels bad that she took the photo and caused all that problem with her friends.
Yes.
And she didn't get in any trouble. Like,
She went to detention.
okay, so if you take a photo and pass it around school, like
Well,
Nowadays,
yeah.
nowadays, you're getting arrested.
Well, that was
you're
this-
going to juvie.
That was this a days. But we're talking
That
about
bothered me
we're
a
talking
lot.
about a movie with Power Rangers.
What if the photo was just... It wasn't anything that horrible?
Oh my
What if it wasn't nudes?
Okay, just real quick, we gotta end. We gotta end. But I know that Jason Momoa is playing Aquaman, and it's like a very different take on Aquaman. But don't you think that, I don't know if this is a stretch for you guys if you know this much, wouldn't fucking Jason Momoa be an excellent Kraven the Hunter in a Spider-Man movie?
I can see that.
Oh my god, that'd be great. He's already fucking throwing knives and shit around all over the place. That'd be excellent. Tom Holland just said he wants Jason Momoa to play Kraven. I'm like, that'd be awesome.
I wonder if he has an anti-Marvel contract.
That's stupid if you do.
Joss Whedon apparently didn't have any
Yeah,
contract.
Batgirl.
Isn't that weird?
It seems a little strange because he built it, basically.
He built the MCU, and the project he wants to take on is Batgirl.
I think he's big on strong female characters because wasn't he Buffy?
yeah. You can
Yeah,
be
he's
Buffy.
Mr.
It seems like, in my point of view, a very weak franchise to want to, like, Wonder Woman would be the one. I would, like, you got on board with that, I was like, okay, that's a big one, but Batgirl's like the subsidiary of,
Well, they got a
like a
really good
spin-off.
director to do Wonder Woman.
The woman. Oh, it's a woman, right?
Yeah, Patty Jenkins. She
Where's
did
she?
Monster with Charlize Theron.
I
That
never
movie was
saw it.
that movie.
I'm on board now.
That movie was a trip. You ever seen that
Supposed
one?
to be
No,
good-
and
supposed to be
I
a good
Oh my
movie.
I
gosh,
have no desire to ever see it.
it was really intense.
Do we get? We talked about it. We get Wonder Woman before we get Justice League, right?
Yes, Justice League is November. Wonder Woman is June.
Okay.
Yeah, Wonder Woman is in between Guardians of the Galaxy and Spider-Man.
Yeah,
Tough spot.
Make your money.
Well, you can.
Yeah.
Doesn't look like a horrible movie. So
No, it doesn't. I think it looks really good. I think it looks better than.
I hope it makes. I hope it is good, and I hope it makes money, because from the previews we've seen, it looks fine.
For me, more superheroes the better. Obviously, I lean towards Marvel, but I mean, I'm down for more superhero movies in general.
One thing that helps. I don't know the source material for Wonder Woman, so it'd all be new to me.
Nude?
Like new.
She's gonna be nude.
That'd be cool. That would sell. That would sell. No, but like Spider-Man, I know the villain. I know characters. Wonder Woman, I don't know a single anything. So that'd be cool. You know, Captain America, I go in knowing half of the people who are going to be in it. You know.
I know.
You know.
I know.
You know.
And that's this week's episode of 9 to 5 Nerds with Robert Swathwood, Corey Urkel, Brian Pasfume,
bye.
and Katrina Swathwood.
Good night.